Hello, good evening. We're back, or I'm back. I think Chris is going to show up at some point. Um, we just finished the movie, 13 conversations about something, one thing, nothing. Felt like nothing, but I guess we'll talk about it when Chris gets here. Other than that, this is our Friday night stream. If you want to come on or there's anything you want to talk about, please feel free. Uh, I never know who's going to show up on Friday nights. So it's open panel. Just come on. And meanwhile, let me look at Twitter. See if check the news too. There's all that drama with the university presidents that. Ooh, I think one of them is she resigning? The board is telling her to resign. Oh, if she can't perform her role effectively. So it looks like it's just like it's just going to be slap on the wrist. But yes, this is your matriarchy at work. Harvard president I put that article the other day on the women in academia and the ratio of women, how it's changing, and how they have very different values and the things they support in academia versus things that men support. Okay. Yeah, nothing going on in the world right now. U.S. vetoes the UN resolution calling for Gaza ceasefire good. Oh my God! 6 French teenagers they cut their teacher's head off in 2020. Weren't they supposed to be on lockdown? Wow! By Islamic extremists. Oh my God! The Pakistan zoo had to shut down because a man got mauled to death by tigers. They found a shoe in the tiger's mouth. Oh, okay, that's all I see going on in the world. That's all I want to see. Okay, Twitter. Woke Distance did a good thread on woke activists. He says the reason they have huge freakouts over small, mundane, everyday things is to try to make you walk on eggshells to avoid setting them off, kind of like abuser tactics or bully tactics. But I don't know if I want to go through the whole thread. Oh, happy Hanukkah, by the way, to everybody who celebrates it. It started last night, I believe. Nope, nothing going on Twitter either. This might be a short stream. Jack Talcott is live. So far, I don't see any trolls on it, which is good. Well, I don't have much myself. It's Friday night. We did a stream earlier today. I was just opening up the panel for Chris and I to talk about the movie and then for anybody else to come on and hang out. So I don't know what's going on. I might I'll leave it going for 10 more minutes or so. And if nobody shows up, there's other things I can go and do. We have role playing games going on. Oh, PF Young is streaming tomorrow, by the way, at 10:30 Central. He's doing his morning show. So that's always a good time, an interesting time. You could show up and hang out in the comments. That's where a lot of us met each other. It's I think it's an impressive little community forming. I'll put the link for that in the chat. Other than that, I think everybody's either off playing video games or doing their life. Hopefully their offline life. If hopefully you're doing something in person with people on a Friday night, or if it's you're doing something online, hopefully it's something constructive. Other than that, I really don't have anything. Let me see. This weekend, PF Jung. We're gonna stream tomorrow. We're streaming at 2 because at 4 p.m. Central. I have a meeting at our usual time, so we're gonna back it up for 2 hours, and then Sunday we'll stream at 2 p.m. That's really all that's going on this weekend. If you're into Tabletop Simulator, which is a Steam board game simulator, we have games we're about to start up, Cosmic Encounter, maybe a few others. And if you want to get involved in the role playing that's about to start, we're doing a D&D game. I think we have the players for that, so scratch that. I'm going to be starting a Demon the Fallen game. It's a White Wolf storytelling game. It's the same setting as Vampire the Masquerade, except it's with demons. So if you want to be a part of that, contact me. Other than that, that's really all we have going on. We're always watching movies on the Discord too. If you want the invite to our Discord, just contact me. Let me look at Twitter one more time. And if there's nothing happening, I'm going to call it a night because I don't feel like sitting here talking by myself all night. I wish we could play music on YouTube because I would do like a music night. Lord. No, Twitter's about as slow as it is here. Nothing. I might even delete this stream. there's no use leaving up a little 10-minute stream with nobody talking about anything. It's not even 13 conversations about nothing. It's barely one. Because a conversation to me is two people, at least two people. I mean, people talk about, having a conversation with yourself. And I guess if you want to phrase it that way, it could be. But really, for me, a conversation doesn't happen without at least one other human person, interlocutor. I guess you could have a conversation with an AI now at this point. In fact, I want to, if I can figure out the technology, create like an AI guest that could come on and I can interview it and have a conversation and start feeding it so that it learns our style and can, like, I guess, deepen and expand the conversation it's able to have with us. So I'm trying to pack enough nothing into this stream to justify your time, attention, and the title. It came off of that movie we just watched called 13 Conversations About Nothing. It was from 2001. I'm not sure what I was supposed to get out of it. It was painfully boring. The characters were some of the most bland, uninteresting people I've seen on screen. I don't know why I'm supposed to care about any of them. The cinematography was very uninspiring and unoriginal and also bland. Banal, the whole movie. It seemed contrived. It seemed like people acting out a script. You could like hear the script. The dialogue didn't seem to emerge from the characters naturally. There wasn't much characterization at all. It was actors. It felt like a dress rehearsal maybe, or a rough rehearsal. It didn't feel like a fully finished movie, and the writing was really bad. Like I don't know where. I think it was this lady. Let me see her name. Jill Sprecher. The movie was recommended to me by several people. Chris, I was on a Zoom the other day, and it looks like Chris is not going to make it after all. And so it wasn't just Chris, like other people that have recommended it to me, and I don't know why. I don't know what I'm supposed to see in it because I didn't see much. It has Matthew McConaughey, who I really like. He was barely in this one, and his character was so. He was a lawyer. His character was so uninteresting to me. I don't know what. I don't know what I was supposed to get out of it. Like nothing about his performance was engaging. So maybe if you've seen the movie and have different thoughts on it, or if I'm missing something in it, it was very bougie. It was like a bunch of bougie Manhattanites that had none of them had any personality. It was very low energy. They were like this, and they moped, and they talked real flat like this. Like there was no pizzazz in any of them, and they just seemed to lead very empty, hollow, middle class lives. Except for that, Clea Duvall was a maid, so I guess she wasn't bougie, but she had the same flat personality. Like none of them brought any energy to their roles at all. Amy Irving was in it; she was barely in it. Her character was incredibly boring. Just a bunch of really boring characters. I don't know why these actors invested these characters with this level of boredom. If it was intentional, if there's something I'm missing about the movie that I didn't get a lot of the aesthetic choices that this movie made. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the movie. it was a punishment to get through. And I kept waiting for something to happen or somebody to say something interesting. We have had better conversations on this stream than any character in that movie had. And they barely had conversation. There was a lot of silence. There was a lot of just the characters by themselves kind of doing random things. It wasn't a really talky movie. And that they didn't really have conversations at all. They had dialogue. They recited dialogue that you could tell came from a script. And it was very cliche, and I didn't like I don't the movie left me perplexed, more than perplexed and bored. Perplexed because I kept feeling like maybe it's a good movie and I'm just not seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing in it. But because I didn't see it for whatever reason, whether it was there, it was a shortcoming on my part, it left me feeling very bored and wanting something way more than what I just got for that hour and a half. So anyway, I could go on forever about how bad of a movie this was. So watch it yourself and see what you think. Anyway, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central. I'll see you then. Have a good rest of your night. This has more energy than any millisecond of that movie we just watched.